Izzy Award is named after I.F. Izzy Stone. He's the legendary journalist who had his own startup, I.F. Stone's Weekly. This year, we're honoring the esteemed national journalist, Robert Scheer, from Truth Dig. Let's hear it for Robert. We're honoring a local New York City investigative outlet, City Limits, represented tonight by its editor, Jared Murphy.
The City Limits' role for 35 years has been to fill in the other parts of the story. To tell the story of New York that is outside Manhattan, that is outside of upper-class and middle-class communities, the story of communities of color, immigrants, people suffering from HIV/AIDS, people whose first language is not English, and working-class people who live in areas that are simply not touched by the mainstream media. We have incredibly talented people who work for us for rates that are far less than they can get elsewhere, far less than they deserve. And they do it because this is why they came into the business, to do work that matters, to do work that tries to create a more just city, and to do work that has an impact on people's lives. New York City is obviously our focus, but the issues we talk about affect everyone throughout the state. In fact, we even published one of the first articles about fracking. So please read us. Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be here with Robert Scheer. I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. Thank you.
And as long as we have a free internet, free of censorship, free of paid mouths and so forth, there's redemption. And when Bill O'Reilly and Rush Limbaugh, these people were generating 5,000 emails a day denouncing me to the LA Times, those very same people could go on the internet and do something they couldn't do for I.F. Stone when he was being vilified. They could read me. Most Americans could never read I.F. Stone when he was being marginalized. There isn't much sense of having a democracy if you can't discuss in a meaningful way and debate and be informed about the root facts of your economy and your foreign policy. And you can't do it if you're dependent upon the people like GE, which owned NBC while it was bilking us with subprime mortgages to deliver that news. So the good news is, yes, there is an internet. It provides a lot of hope, a lot of possibility. The bad news is that until quite recently, the internet was dominated by the right wing. That sees the opportunity, recognizes the potential. And that progressive forces were hesitant to get involved and remained frozen in other spaces. And I see a stirring now. I see a vitality on the internet. And what we need are more people speaking out, more people acting, more people organizing, more people doing things to call attention to all of this.